for that month. So that way, now that I'm on Accutane, I'm good. It's like I'm not purging. Them rumors are true. No shade. That's been going on. That's been a thing. But I don't want to talk about that. Like, literally, let's not talk about that.
Jayda has been quiet for too long because since season 1 of Impact, she's been clocking that shade. Check on y'all BDs. What exactly do you mean by that? Are you messing with my BD or not? All they did was gaslight Jayda on that show. That whole animosity cover-up was BS. And speaking of baby daddies, Lil Baby is embarrassing.
So ever since Jayda publicly addressed the situation involving Ari and her child's father, Lil Baby, things have not been looking good for Ari at all. Now, if you're not fully caught up, let me break it down clearly. Recently, Jayda went live on TikTok, and during that live, someone directly asked her about the long-standing rumors circulating online, rumors claiming that Ari and Lil Baby had been involved with each other privately. Instead of dodging the question or brushing it off, Jayda chose to be honest. She confirmed that the rumors were in fact true, while also making it clear that she didn't want to keep revisiting the topic. She acknowledged that it had been going on quietly for some time and then tried to shut the conversation down. But as we all know, once something like that is confirmed on social media, there is no stopping the internet. Now, social media users immediately went into detective mode. Old clips, interviews, and moments started resurfacing, especially scenes from the BAT series Impact ATL where Ari and Jayda appeared together. If you remember, these two were once very close friends. At one point, they were inseparable. However, over time, Jayda began to distance herself from Ari, and Ari repeatedly claimed she didn't understand why. This tension eventually played out on Impact ATL, where producers attempted to have both women sit down and work through their issues. But that conversation went nowhere. Jayda ended up leaving the show entirely after receiving heavy backlash online. At the time, many viewers sided with Ari. Jayda was labeled jealous, insecure, and even delusional by some. Ari, on the other hand, was painted as the honest friend who was confused by Jayda's sudden change. Fast forward to now, and the narrative looks very different. A specific clip from Impact ATL has resurfaced, and this clip has completely shifted public opinion. In the scene, Jayda is speaking to her family about something Ari posted in her close friends section online. The post said something along the lines of, "Check on your child's fathers."
I don't know, that shit do be affecting me because it's like she'll do certain shit to make me believe like the internet might actually be right on what they talking about. She posted on her close friends and said, check on y'all BDs. So I'm like, shit, do I need to call Dominique? Like, what's going on? I feel hit. Right. In this gap, I feel hit because I know you done said some shit on your close friends before that was 100% about me and my friends.
So she be throwing shade.
Yeah. When I saw the post, I said, Ari, please. Because like, girl, what you talking about? She said, what? I said, you be confusing me. She said, what is you talking about? Why you say Ari, please? That's that weird shit I be talking about. I said no, because you be posting shit on your stories and I be confused, especially like to check on y'all BDs. I go to feeling like it's about me. She said, Jayda, what? I think something's wrong with you. This how I know it's like you got some secret animosity with me, because why would I be talking about you and my close friends? You're weird. I said, I don't post subliminal shit that you could even think me about you, because that's weird. So maybe
Jayda explained that the post made her uncomfortable because it felt personal. When she confronted Ari about it privately, Ari allegedly dismissed her concerns and made her feel like she was imagining things. According to Jayda, Ari suggested that Jayda had hidden animosity toward her and implied that something was mentally off with her for even thinking the post was about her. Watching the clip now, knowing what we know today, many viewers believe this moment shows classic emotional manipulation. Jayda felt uneasy for a reason, and instead of receiving clarity or reassurance, she was made to feel irrational. That's what has people upset. Because if Ari was already dealing with Jayda's child's father behind the scenes, then that close friends post hits very differently. It no longer looks random. It looks intentional. Since Jayda confirmed the situation publicly, both Ari and Lil Baby have been unusually quiet. Normally, Lil Baby is quick to deny rumors online with a short post or vague response. This time, nothing. Ari was also silent at first, but she later tweeted a message suggesting that people want the old her back, followed by a Twitch link, hinting that she may be preparing to address the situation live. But many people are questioning what could really be said at this point. For a lot of viewers, that resurfaced clip already said everything. Now, I want to be clear, this video is not about attacking anyone. It's about patterns, behavior, and accountability, especially when friendships, families, and children are involved. And with that said, let's talk about how the media and the public are reacting to this entire situation.
Jayda has been quiet for too long because since season 1 of Impact, she's been clocking that shade. Check on y'all BDs. What exactly do you mean by that? Are you messing with my BD or not? All they did was gaslight Jayda on that show. That whole animosity cover-up was BS. And speaking of baby daddies, Lil Baby is embarrassing. That man has no loyalty, no respect for Jayda. I was seeing that some folks were saying that Jayda has no right to be mad because that's not her man. And I just want to know, what is wrong with y'all? It's the principle. If Jayda was messing with Moneybagg or G Herbo, it would have been off with Jada's head. So where's everyone's morals now? My thing is, what about Lil Baby makes y'all act like this? What is it? I'm asking Carisha, I'm asking Saweetie, I'm asking Jayda, I'm asking Ari. And I'm sure there's tons more. What exactly is it? And Moneybagg, is Ari really your girl for real? The people want to know.
The media reaction to this situation has been intense, layered, and emotionally charged, largely because this story sits at the intersection of friendship, co-parenting, celebrity culture, and social media performance. Unlike surface-level gossip, this situation reopened old wounds and reframed past narratives, forcing audiences to reassess who they believed and why. Initially, when Impact ATL aired, public sympathy leaned heavily toward Ari. Jayda was portrayed as distant and uncooperative, while Ari appeared eager to fix the friendship. Viewers often take reality television at face value, forgetting that editing plays a powerful role in shaping perception. What we're seeing now is how time and new information can completely flip public opinion. The Resurface clip is a perfect example of context changing everything. At the time, Ari's comments could be interpreted as harmless or misunderstood. But in light of Jada's confirmation, those same words now feel pointed and calculated to many viewers. This has led to widespread discussion about emotional invalidation and how often women's intuition is dismissed until proof surfaces later.
Ari is finna get on her Twitch tonight and admit to messing with Lil Baby. Y'all are wrong. She finna go on there, she finna promote her makeup company, Remedy by Ari, and then she finna get on there and she finna tell y'all how y'all broke, how y'all ugly, how these bitches can't fuck with me, how these bitches are jealous of me. Y'all need to stop believing everything that y'all hear on the internet. She's still a rich bitch at the end of the day. She a good mom. And that's it. Like, if y'all think she finna go on there and admit to something or even address it in a proper manner, y'all are sadly mistaken. But I know y'all finna be on there tonight, ready to get the tea, and it's gonna be cold.
Now, when it comes to Ari and Jayda, I didn't immediately believe it just because Jayda said it. However, comma. If Ari doesn't come out and say something about it, I'm going to put it in my book as fact. And this is only because she always speaks on stuff. And there's no reason not to speak on it. Because, you know, you didn't speak on Suge because Suge is like, that's supposed to be beneath you. Cool. But like, you and Jayda, y'all neck and neck. So at the very least, like, you gonna have to come out and call her broke or something. But if you don't come out and say anything, then I'm gonna know that that's confirmed. And then I'm also trying to figure out, maybe she came out and said it because she's trying to talk to Mario. She's trying to talk to Moneybagg and be like, this is what happened. This is the da-da-da-da-da. This is a stitch. I don't know, but I'm giving it 24 hours before I put it in my book.
Social media users have also been discussing the concept of gaslighting, a term that gets thrown around loosely but feels disturbingly accurate in this scenario. When someone raises a concern and is told they're imagining things only to later find out their instincts were correct, that experience can be deeply destabilizing. Another major talking point is loyalty, particularly among friends who share overlapping personal histories. Jayda and Ari weren't just friends, they were part of the same social circle, business environment, and public space. When boundaries blur in those situations, the fallout becomes far more damaging. The silence from Lil Baby has also fueled speculation. In celebrity culture, silence is rarely neutral. It can signal legal advice, image control, or simply avoidance. Either way, the lack of denial has allowed public assumptions to fill the gap. Media outlets have approached this story carefully, often framing it as alleged behavior while still highlighting Jada's own words. That balance is important, especially in an era where defamation concerns are real. Still, commentary channels and social media pages have taken a more opinionated stance, largely siding with Jayda and criticizing Ari's past behavior. From an analytical standpoint, this situation highlights how power dynamics play out in friendships. Ari's confidence, public persona, and strong fan base may have unintentionally or intentionally silenced Jayda in the past. When someone feels they won't be believed, they often retreat rather than confront. There's also the issue of timing. Jayda didn't speak up immediately. She waited. And now some critics ask why. But silence does not equal deception. Often silence is self-protection, especially when children are involved. Another layer worth examining is how women are pitted against each other in these narratives. While Ari and Jayda are at the center, much of the public anger is disproportionately directed at the women, while the male figure involved receives comparatively less scrutiny. This imbalance reflects a broader pattern in celebrity discourse. Ultimately, the public reaction shows that audiences are becoming more aware of emotional manipulation, subtle disrespect, and boundary crossing, even when it's wrapped in jokes, posts, or close friends content. People are no longer just watching what is said, they're analyzing intent. This situation serves as a reminder that truth has a way of resurfacing, and when it does, it often brings clarity to moments that once felt confusing or unresolved. Now I want to hear from you. After seeing that resurfaced clip and hearing Jayda's confirmation, do you think her concerns were dismissed unfairly back then? Do you believe this situation could have been handled differently by everyone involved? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you appreciate thoughtful, respectful breakdowns like this, make sure to like the video, subscribe to Task Spectrum West TV, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next update.